In the context of web development and computing, web servers and application servers are two distinct types of server software, each serving different functions, though they often work together. Web servers and application servers are both essential components of modern web infrastructure. They handle different aspects of web traffic, content management, and application execution. So, let's see an overview of both. Web servers primarily handles HTTP requests from clients. Its main role is to serve static contents like HTTP files, images, CSS, JavaScript, etc. And in some cases, forward requests to an application server for dynamic content. Basically, web server is a software application or hardware system that hosts websites and serves a web content to users over the internet. When you type a URL into the browser, it sends a HTTP request to web server that hosts the requested website. The server then processes the request and responds with appropriate content such as HTML page, images, videos, or other resources. So, HTTP, Apache HTTP server, Nginx, Microsoft IIS are some of the examples of web servers. So, the key concepts and functions of web servers are like the protocol which web server use are HTTP. Like web servers use HTTP to communicate with clients and provide web content. Hosting like web servers are typically hosted on dedicated machines or cloud servers. The content is stored on server's file system or within database. Cloud based providers like AWS, Google Cloud, or DigitalOcean often host these servers. So the content wise, it has both like static and dynamic. Like static includes unchanged file like HTML, CSS, images, JavaScript that are directly served to the client. Generally, in real time by a web application, this might include content generated by a backend server using server side language like PHP, Python, Ruby, or Node.js, or a content management system. The functions of web servers are like encryption. Many web servers implements SSL or TLS protocol to secure communication between server and clients, typically delivered by HTTPS in browsers address bar. This encryption ensures data integrity and privacy, and it helps in reverse proxy and load balancing as well. And web servers usually generate log files that track access and error messages. These logs helps with troubleshooting, security monitoring, and performance tuning. So let's see how web server works. So a client sends a HTTP request to a web server for a specific resource. Typically, browsers like sends a HTTP request to a web server for a specific resource. The web server processes the request, which could involve fetching a static file or executing a script to generate dynamic content. The response, like web server, sends the requested resource back to the client, typically in the form of HTML image or web assets. The client, that is browser, renders the response, displaying the website to the user. This is how web server works. So we have seen how what is web server and how it works. Now let's see application server. An application server is a software framework that provides an environment for running and managing application, typically in a client server architecture. It is primarily used for running dynamic content and business logic on the server side. It enables the deployment and execution of application, often by interacting with databases, managing user sessions, and executing complex business processes. So the examples of application servers in real world are Java-based servers like Apache Tomcat, Wildfly, Glassfish. .NET based service are Microsoft IIS and Node.js. Python-based servers like Django and Flask, and like PHP based Apache or Nginx. Web servers like Apache and Nginx serves as both web and application servers when running PHP application and processing dynamic content like form submission or database interaction. So these are the applications of examples of application servers. The key functions of application server, by providing dynamic content. So application servers handles requests that require server-side processing, like generating HTML dynamically based on database queries, user input, or session data. Example, like in a web application, if a user submits a form, the application server processes the data, interacts with DB, and returns the dynamic response. And application servers are where the application's core logic, business rule runs. This could involve calculations, data validation, and other computation needed by application. It provides a connection pooling and abstract access to the DB. Yeah, they manage a connection to database, making it more efficient and scalable. Many application servers support transaction management, ensuring that database operation are consistent and follow the principle of ACID, like utmost consistency, isolation, and durability. For example, they might ensure that all steps of a financial transaction succeeded or failed together. Application servers often manage user session, which allow them to remember user data between requests, such as user authentication or shopping cart contents. They manage security features, including user authentication, authorization, and encryption, helping to protect sensitive data and ensure that only authorized user can access certain resources. Uh, Application server often support clustering, load balancing, and failover capabilities to ensure the application remains available under high traffic loads. Let's see how an application server works. So a client, usually a web browser or mobile app, sends a HTTP request to a server. This could be a dynamic page, a shopping cart, user profile, or search result. The request might include parameters such as form data or a query string. If there is a web server like Apache or Nginx, it typically handles the initial HTTP request. If the request is for static content, the web server directly serves the content. If the request is for a dynamic content, the web servers forwards it to application server. The application server receives the forwarded request from the web server. This is typically done over HTTP or other protocol depending upon the configuration. The application server processes the request by interpreting the necessary business logic or command for a given URL or action. Then the application server runs the business logic, which can include validating users, import, calculating the values, interacting with external systems, performing complex operations or calculations. In some cases, this may involve database interaction like retrieving data, saving user preference, or submitting transaction. If the application needs to retrieve, store, or update data, it sends queries to DB. Database returns the data, which could be a user information, inventory data, or other content needed for generating the dynamic page. And in sometimes it manages session also, like if application requires maintaining state, and the application server uses session management. It tracks user session, store session data like login credentials or shopping cart contents. The server may also use token or JSON web tokens to maintain secure session. After executing the business logic and interacting with database, the application server generates the dynamic content based on processed data. This content could be an entire web page or that is HTML or data for an API response like JSON, XML. The application server sends the generated content back to the web server. The response could include dynamically generated HTML or updated profile and confirmation message. The web server receives the response from the application server and send it back to client. If the content is HTML, the browser renders it as a web page. If it's JSON, the client processes it to update the user interface. The client receives the response from the web server. That's the last step, and display it to the user. So the key difference between web server and application server with respect to primary role is like static. The web server is a static content and handles HTTP request, but application server executes dynamic content and application logic. And content served are like HTML, CSS, images, or JavaScript for a web server, and application server like dynamic pages, business logic. Web server handles HTTP request and responses, but application server may use protocol like SOAP, RMI, JMS, and all. And the examples like HTTP, Apache HTTP server, Nginx, and for web server, and for examples for application server is Apache Tomcat, JBoss, Node.js, Microsoft IIS. So how they work together, like web server, a user requests a URL in their browser. The web server handles the HTTP request and serves the static content directly. If the request requires dynamic content, the web server forward it to the application server. The application server processes the request, execute the necessary business logic, interacts with DB if needed, and returns the dynamic content back to the web server. Then it sends to the client. And we'll see some small example, like a user enters the username in password on a logic or login form and submits it via HTTP post request. The web browser sends the request to web server. That's the first step, like user submitting login form. Then web server forward it to application server. That application server execute the business logic, like request and verifies the user credentials against DB. And server may also check if user is authorized or not. Then if needed, DB interaction will happen and session will be managed. Then generates the response, like application server generates the dynamic response, that is like a HTML page welcoming the user, redirecting the user's dashboard, and if in case like failure message as well. The web server receives the dynamic content from the application server, then send it back to the user. Then the last step will be displaying the content to the client. So this is how it the basic example in real world. So to conclude, in modern world, like web architecture, it's a common for both web and application server to be present in infrastructure, often configured together to handle different layers of web application. Thanks for watching video.